So I'm going to be going over number 7, which asks you to take this dotted graph and find the transformation that takes it to the solid graph. And one way to do it is to actually carry out the transformations, but another way to do it is to plug in points and see which one works. So I worked with the point, the x coordinate 1 for most of these because it's convenient. So for example, for the first choice, what you can do is plug in 1 in the original equation and you get 1 comma 2. 2 is the y value. Now what you're looking for is that in the second equation, the xy pair that you get matches up with the xy pair that's actually shown on the solid graph. And so what you do is you take 1 from the original equation and you get y equals negative f of 3 times 1 plus 2. So y equals negative f of 3 plus 2. So f of 3 in the original equation is 2, so y equals negative 2 plus 2, and that equals 0. So your new point should be 1 comma 0, and that is the case in the new graph, 1 comma 0. But since we're plugging in points, we should probably check the other 3 choices to make sure we're not, none of the other ones are correct. So if you look at this one, it's y equals negative f of 1/3 x plus 2. Since it has 1/3, I felt that 3 would be a more convenient point to choose. So if you do y equals negative f of 1 plus 2, negative f of 1, so f of 1 in the original graph is 2, so y equals negative 2 plus 2, which gets you 3, which is the point you plugged in, comma 0. And now if you look here, 3 comma 0 is not on the solid graph, so this can't be correct. Now if you look at y equals f of negative 3x minus 2, if you pick the point 1, you should get y equals f of negative 3 minus 2. Now f of negative 3 on the original graph is negative 1. So negative 1 minus 2 is negative 3. So the point on the solid graph is supposed to be 1 comma negative 3, but what we see is it's 1 comma 1, so this can't be correct. For the fourth choice, we have y equals negative f of 3x minus 2. Now if we plug in 1 again, you should get y equals negative f of 3 minus 2. F of 3 on the original graph is 2, so it's negative 2 minus 2, which is negative 4. 1 comma negative 4 should be on the final graph, but you see that it's not. The actual point is 1 comma 0. So it turns out that A was correct, and that's our final answer.